Thank you for joining us with part 2 of mayoral candidate Rob Kirkham. So let's talk about issues. Issues that keep coming up with everybody. SODC you've mentioned, so let's just leave that one for a moment. We'll maybe come back to that if time allows. Let's talk about transit. And let's talk about jobs, because these are the two other items that keep coming up, and everybody acknowledges that we need to do something. Most people don't have any specifics or ideas about how we're going to move that forward. So let's talk about transit first, please, because it's an expensive budgetary item, and everybody agrees the transit within the community and the transit outside the community is not adequate. What are your thoughts on transit?
My thoughts on transit is that we need to go back to square one on that. The system is broken. BC Transit, I mean, I don't know if everybody's aware, but the Minister of Transportation just announced, in recognition of all the pushback that not just Squamish, but every other community has been providing, is that it needs a total overhaul, complete review, and he's initiated that. He's going to be doing that. And so I'm glad to hear that, because we, as council, have been saying that to BC Transit, and they've come forward. They're a big partner in this. We can't do it alone. We need to have their help. But they've just looked at it from a tweaking aspect. So
is it beyond a tweak?
It's beyond a tweak. It needs to go back to square one. And it really... What is it here to accomplish? It's not going to pay for itself. That can never happen. It has to be a subsidized program. But I think we need to get back to the people that are using it and talking to them and finding out what's the problem. Mm-hmm. That's not good enough, because that's been...
What about the people who aren't using it?
That's what I was just going to say, is getting out into the community and saying what's going on. You know, why aren't you using transit? If we had a change to this program, this routing, what would that do for you? Why are you not walking 3 blocks to get the bus? Why are you using your car? We are a small population. We were 15 at the last census, and I'm not sure what this census has come out.
Do you use the bus?
But I have used the bus, but I don't use it on a regular basis, and I think that's the story for a lot of people, is that we're a very mobile community. We're going here and we're coming there, and it's all different times. So there are challenges to this for sure. Another thing that we need to, and this council, we tried to do that, was to work together with the school board. And I'm hoping that we can approach that again, because there's duplications there that we could work together and eliminate the duplications, and both of us be more effective on providing transit to our community. So there's organizations that are really involved in this. Squamish Can is driving that, and so it really needs to have a group get together. There's individuals. I don't know if you know Murray Gamble, but he's, bless his heart, he's just banging at that door, and so it really does need to be a consensus building exercise. But we have to recognize that money is tight. Our local transit system costs us $1 million, and you can't just continue to have the same thing going around and tweaking it here and there a little bit. We need to get right back to square one.
I would agree. I think with transit, we need a change. And I think people are saying that loud and clear everywhere we're going. We need something different, right? It doesn't feel like money well spent. So I'm hoping that is something that you can continue to look at. The other one is jobs. And so everyone has said, we don't have enough jobs in Squamish. Squamish is grinding to a halt. Are we open for business? A lot of things along that vein. Can you speak to that? What is being done about jobs, and what should be done about jobs? Do you have any specific ideas about what we can do?
Jobs is a simple little word, but it has huge implications to our community. I think that, and I've said this when I've been speaking before, in that the driver of the Canadian economy is small business. And that's no different for Squamish. We need to be looking at targeted, big impact employers for sure. And a big sector there is the education sector. I mean, we've gotten great spin-off already from CapView and from Quest, but just the other day, we found out that Emily Carr is looking at relocating. And yes, they are looking at a site in Vancouver, but that would be a great fit for Squamish. And the same way, I was president of the Chamber of Commerce when myself and a team of others approached Quest University to come to Squamish. They were looking at Nelson and they were looking at Whistler. They were looking at a couple of different sites. And we were successful. We went after them and we promoted Squamish and we got them to come here. And I think we can accomplish a similar thing with going after, for example, Emily Carr or other educational facilities. So I'm just saying that because that's a huge spin-off as far as the economics and as far as jobs in Squamish. But at the same time, we need to get down, and we've started with this with the economic strategy plan, is to get down to our existing local small businesses, find out what's causing them to not prosper, and where the District of Squamish can help. Where we need to get out of the way, get out of the way. But that is the driver. That's where the employment is created. That's where economy is created, is in local small businesses. And what better place to start? Those are our people already. Let's help them out. So there's all kinds of things that we can be doing as far as creating jobs in our local economy. Something to think about, though, is that my perspective is that that's part of a balanced community, is the having people be able to live here and work here, and it's a healthy community because people don't. If you're driving for an hour and a half to work and an hour and a half back home, that's not good for you. It's not good for your family, and it's not good for the community as far as you being able to involve yourself in the community, and never mind the pollution aspect to getting back and forth. So it is critical that we do make opportunity for employment locally. But we're facing an uphill battle because it's such a fantastic place to live. Everybody wants to live here. Yeah. It's just a beautiful spot. And so people, and like with this the $8 billion project for shipbuilding in North Vancouver, I can imagine that there's going to be a lot of people that are looking at work there that will be saying, I want to live in Squamish. So there's a lot of...
Is there any way, do you think, that we can capitalize on some of that C-SPAN contract you're talking about? Can we capitalize on jobs and some sort of spin-off here? Do you think that's something we can look at?
I think that's critical, and it's from the same aspect of what I was saying about the Emily Carr and Mayor and CAO and a team building a presentation to go and reach out to them. Same with this, is we need to get on that. We need to get on it quick and look for opportunities in Squamish.
Okay, so we're running out of time, and Bianca's giving us like a little bit of a warning. No, that's great. You've had some really great information. I've appreciated it. I remember the question, what does imagine the possibilities of unified passion mean to you?
Well, I mentioned a little bit about that before, and that was the fragmentation of our community. And I really believe that, in fact, as I've been going around campaigning, meeting with people and talking to people, and it's just incredible how isolated they all feel and feeling like they're not included. And to me, that's where we need to turn this thing on its head, this business of people out there in the community, staff, council, and the whole concept of discussions going on in closed meetings. Never mind the fact I could talk about that, and that's not really the concern that people are making of it. But I really, really do believe that there's a lot of passion out there. We have armies of people that are volunteered in all kinds of different areas. And so we need, as council, we need to get that input. We need to get that passion united. And just... Yeah, I was following, sorry if we're running out of time, but I came across a license plate the other day, and it said, "Pride lives here." And to me, that's where we need to go. And by unifying these groups that are diverse and scattered, and getting us all to work together, be all on the same page, pulling in the same direction, that we will all be able to see Squamish as a fantastic place that it really already is, and have pride in our community and be ambassadors for our community.
Are you the man to do that, Mr. Kirkham?
I am the man to do that. Please vote for me on November the 19th for your mayor. Thank you. Okay, well, thank you for speaking with us today. We appreciate it, and we wish you the best of luck in your campaign. It has been my pleasure. Thank you, Denise. And that's part 2 of Rob Kirkham for mayor. Now watch all the mayoral candidates and all election coverage here for Vote Squamish Election 2011 right here on mysquamish.com.